The second sentence is this. I think that you are generous. The speaker applies the pronoun that to indicate the object of the transitive verb think in the main clause with the subject you, described by the be verb or in the subordinate clause as a subordinating conjunction to link the subordinate clause to the main clause. The object of the transitive verb think in the main clause is the subordinating conjunction that as a pronoun, and the subordinating conjunction that as a pronoun indicates the entire subordinate clause. You're generous. The third sentence is this. The important point is that everyone is grateful. The speaker applies the pronoun that to indicate the subjective complement that defines the subject, the important point in the main clause with the subject everyone, described by the be verb is in the subordinate clause as a subordinating conjunction to link the subordinate clause to the main clause. The subordinating conjunction that is applied as a subjective complement to define the subject, the important point. The subordinating conjunction that indicates the entire subordinate clause, everyone is grateful. The fourth sentence is this. She thinks that I like coffee. This sentence conveys the same intention of the speaker with this sentence. She thinks I like coffee. The speaker indicates the object of the transitive verb thinks in the main clause with the subordinate clause linked by the subordinating conjunction that has the trait as a pronoun. The subordinating conjunction that is applied as the object of the transitive verb thinks in the main clause. She thinks that. The subordinating conjunction that indicates the entire subordinate clause, I like coffee. Because the subordinating conjunction that indicates the subordinate clause, the speaker can abbreviate the subordinating conjunction that. The speaker can abbreviate the pronoun that applied as a subordinating conjunction from the perspective that the subordinate clause indicates the same object as the pronoun that. The subordinating conjunction that as a pronoun indicates the described subject who is the speaker. So the speaker states the subordinate clause as the object of the transitive verb things in the main clause. We can have the perspective that the subordinate clause practices the role as the object, just like a word of the pronoun that. The second source of the subordinating conjunction is the subordinating conjunction whether. The speaker applies the pronoun whether, which also has the trait as an adverb, to link the subordinate clause to the main clause to reveal that either the definition or the opposite definition of the verb to describe the subject is valid in the subordinate clause. The speaker reveals that the speaker abbreviates the other subordinate clause that. The subordinate clause linked by the subordinating conjunction whether includes with the coordinating conjunction or and the adverb not. The coordinating conjunction or links the original statement and the other statement to convey the opposite with the verb in the original statement. And the adverb not reveals the other statement linked by the coordinating conjunction or in the subordinate clause conveys the opposite with the original statement. The other statement is constituted exactly the same with the original statement except the adverb not. So the other statement can be abbreviated. The definition of the verb in the other clause linked by the coordinating conjunction or is specified by the adverb not. So the coordinating conjunction or and the adverb not reveal one of the two clauses between the clause stated already and conveys the original intention of the speaker, and the clause to convey the opposite intention of the speaker as valid with the emphasis. The coordinating conjunction or and the adverb not can be abbreviated, but the speaker applies the coordinating conjunction or and the adverb not for the emphasis. There are 3 sentences. The first sentence is this: whether you're ready or not matters to me. The speaker applies the subordinating conjunction whether to link the subordinate clause to the main clause. The subordinating conjunction whether as a pronoun is applied as a subject in the main clause whether matters to me. The subordinating conjunction whether is the subject of the intransitive verb matters in the main clause. The subject of the intransitive verb matters in the main clause is the subordinate clause linked by the subordinating conjunction whether. The subordinating conjunction whether indicates one of the two conveyed in the subordinate clause. The subordinating conjunction whether indicates one of the subjects you described by the predicate already or by the other predicate or not ready in the main clause. The second sentence is this: I want to know whether you're happy or not. The speaker applies the subordinating conjunction whether to link the subordinate clause to the main clause. The main clause of this sentence is this: I want to know whether. The subordinate clause of this sentence is this: you are happy or not. The subordinating conjunction whether is the object of the root infinitive no. The subordinating conjunction whether as a pronoun indicates one of the two subjects you. The object of the root infinitive no in the main clause is the subordinate clause linked by the subordinating conjunction whether. The subordinating conjunction whether has the trait as a pronoun to indicate the subject you described by the predicate are happy or the other predicate are not happy in the subordinate clause. The subordinating conjunction whether indicates the subjects that are the listeners described by the predicate are happy or the other predicate are not happy.